We're very excited about it. So we started planning very early on to be the first carrier to both sell tickets as well as to fly to Cuba. So it is extremely exciting. September 1st will be the first flight. It'll leave from Fort Lauderdale and go to Santa Clara. With Cuba being right off of our coast, this is right in our backyard. So this is our primary market. We're looking forward to for the Cuba service to get started. The process works just like any other booking. You go on the website. The from destination obviously is Fort Lauderdale. That's where we originate from on all these flights. And then there's 9 different destinations in Cuba to choose from. And those flights begin again on September 1st to Santa Clara. The other 8 destinations in Cuba come online between the middle part of October and December. So by the time we get to the end of the year, all 9 cities will be being served from Fort Lauderdale on Silver Airways. The application for the visa is done at the time, at the booking or at the time you arrive at the airport. It's not a long process. You don't have to go to the embassy or submit any paperwork to get the visa. It's simply a very quick purchase of the visa, basically. And so it's an easy process. In terms of who can go to Cuba, well, there's lots of reasons you can go to Cuba. There's about 18 different qualified reasons, anything from cultural to educational to charity, religious, business reasons, pretty much every reason you can think of outside of tourism. Tourism is the only reason you can't go, but certainly if you go down there for another valid reason, you can certainly do tourist things while you're there. We do expect to have a lot of luggage being checked going to Cuba. If you look at the charter operations that are in Cuba today, they're heavily loaded with cargo. People taking large screen TVs down there as well as personal luggage and so forth. So we do expect to have a lot of demand for luggage and so forth, that we're planning accordingly to be able to accommodate a certain amount of luggage on each of these flights.
And prices have not been finally set yet?
We do have pricing out there as of today, so if you were to book a flight today, you can see the pricing that's there. Those prices are the price you will pay to go to Cuba for your luggage. We are still monitoring what the final prices may be. Again, these are still very early days in terms of the Cuba bookings, so we'll see. As of right now, our pricing for Cuba is no different than it is on any international destination, including the Bahamas. Today we fly over 125 flights a day, but with these Cuban activity coming on board, we could potentially grow that even further, which means more pilots, more flight attendants, more mechanics and station personnel. So overall, we think this is a good thing for Silver, a good thing for the industry.